And good morning and welcome back to Horizon 1.8. This is my how-to series. I hope you're well, hope you're keeping safe. Today we're going to be having a look at the field kit and the weapon kit. What to actually use them for. Now, I have created a new character just for some of these episodes. And just as you leave the vault, and if you start to move around, they will automatically be put into your inventory, as you can see, under aid. Now, they are very useful because they give you a lot of information. I do use mine a lot. So let's look at the field kit, and you can hotkey them as well. Now, the first thing that the toolkit does, as you can see, I'm just out the vault. So I'm not hungry, I'm not thirsty. But that's the caps value for how hungry you are. So you can actually look at it and go, well, if your thirst was 25 and you come down to beverages, the Nuka-Cola would cure half of that. It's probably a wrong example, to be honest. Of course, because hang on, there it is, water. Okay, purified water cures 42. Okay, food-wise, and we'll talk about food briefly in a different video, but the point is you can eat radiated stuff, but you've got to deal with the radiation. Not necessarily a good idea. So what does the field kit do? Well, you can, as you can see, you've got quite a selection of things you can use here. To follow a menu, you can just tell them what to do now, and you can adjust their distance. And here we are. Here, oh bless them. We haven't, because I haven't got any, have I? The point is though, if you are using the model that you have dog meat and a companion, it only tends to work on one of them. So just bear that in mind if you use that. There you go. The junk scrapping. You have, in order to scrap junk, you have to have a salvaging skill of 20. But then you can scrap stuff in your inventory or off of corpses. As a caveat to that, I have encountered a bug which means that sometimes you can't scrap super mutants or the things super mutants are carrying, and sometimes with ghouls. And Heidi's playing with her Christmas bear. There we go. Right. Next, hang on, let's just favourite this because that's an awful lot easier. There we go. Field scrapping, right. Again, salvaging 20, but field scrapping will let you scrap armour and weapons that are in your inventory. Now, it's not always the most efficient way of scrapping things. However, if you're on a long trip, you don't really want to carry around 35 guns that each weigh 5. Just insanity. Now, I know there is some confusion over the ZX1 and that do you have to take the equipment back to the ZX1? No, you do not have to do that. I've done numerous tests on that to show that that does work. If you scrap it here, the game remembers what you've scrapped. And then when you visit the ZX1, it will add it into the list. So you can scrap, just bear in mind you don't always get as much or as many bits of scrap back. So if you're right close, just walk. But if you are out and about, scrap away. And read the help section. Here we are. Yeah, it won't update mods and that sort of thing. You only get the base materials. And here we are, even says it. Scrapping weapons will give you the same amount of weapon parts that workbenches do, but may not give you the other materials. There you go. Nice and straightforward and easy. What else have we got here? Utility crafting. And this is what makes this so easy. First, you can create heavy fusion cells on the fly, provided you got the prerequisite skill. You can actually make fusion cells as well if you have the prerequisite skills. You can make locksmith tools, and as you can see, that's kind of handy, because all of these, I mean, you have to have the prerequisite skill. That's the same for everything in Horizon. However, you can even, using this, if you have Workshop Tech Level 2, you can make a cargo bot on the fly, which is quite amazing. Okay, medical crafting. Well, you can craft bandages or medicated bandages, trauma kits, on the fly. So if you are getting a bit, and you know, you're getting a bit wounded, and you have got, for instance, the cloth, the antiseptic, and the adhesive, you can just craft yourself some bandages. And when you get into that, here we go, it will let me do this. You can actually make crafting 50 bandages. If you had that much material, you could. And it's just done. Straightforward and easy. But that's really all it lets you do. It's not designed to replace a settlement, it's designed to help you on the fly. Utility crafting, medical crafting, the skill menu. I use that quite a bit, I have to say. That gives you an exact, precise note of your skill level, which I think I've had to do that once in probably, God, 1,000+ hours of Horizon. That can be very useful as well, only because I know there is some confusion over whether or not, like, the Gauss rifle is a sniper weapon or an energy weapon or that sort of thing. You equip it and click on that. What have you killed? Here we are. And again, there are some of us who do like to look at what have we actually killed, and that should just be rad roaches, because just left the vault, but they're all listed. It's, I think, one of the great things about Horizon, it has so much to it that a lot of people don't use. Now, you can have, I don't think I've ever had that on, never needed it. The perception alert is the one that will appear up here that says that predators are now hunting you, and I think you have to have a perception of 8 for that to come about. Alright, there we go. We've got utility crafting, skill. Now, survival statistics. Again, it tells you hunger and thirst. However, it will also tell you your revival and how many you've had, how long, times incapacitated. This is a very interesting one, because your threat level will go between 0 and 5. I've not been able to find a lot of information on the threat level, except for the fact is that the higher the threat, when you have a random encounter, the worse it will be. 5 can be a couple of rad roaches. It's almost like it will extend a random table, because a level of 0, I should never encounter a Deathclaw. But on a 5, yeah, that's quite straightforward. It's also, I believe, from the information I've ever seen, the threat level is linked in part to what you carry. So if you have got 600 weight of junk, that will affect that. And my understanding is the only way to drop the threat level is to die. Also, as well, is an exact note of how much XP you need to go up a level. Right, how we doing? Survival state, document menu. If you have any doubt about stuff, there are some things here. How do skills work? Skill ballistics. Here we go. Now what we'll do is we'll actually have a look at something like, actually the most important one, salvaging survival. Here we are. The skill is gained. Each perk gives you plus 30 each at survivalist, even though it says 20. I'm not sure about that. I think if you look at perks, it says 20, not 30. Each magazine and guide you get gives you 5 points. Settler skill, survival. So that's where your settlers learn their skills from equipment that they have. And then harvesting plants and crafting certain items. And that's a very useful thing, harvesting plants, when you first start out. Because in order to get the best stuff, you need survival skill 30. That will be in my food video. Right. Where are we? So where are we? We went to settlement production. Architect, settlement production. And again, how do you do stuff? And it is all here. Well, although it says it's all there, it doesn't mention about the resource station, which is a bit confusing. What have we got left here? Skill menu, survival, documentation, Pip-Boy. There is an add-on you can add to your Pip-Boy that will give you someone called Maxine, Max for short, who will tell you, rather than having something come up here, that there are predators hunting you. That's on my current playthrough. I haven't used it because my perception is very high, but if you've got a low perception character, that can be very useful. Game options menu. Alright, this one I like to enable because I want to know, it says over here, at what range did you kill them? Very useful to knowing how far away they are, and it also gets you used to range in Horizon. I've not used the overdrive system. It's a bit like bullet time, I believe. That's your throwing arcs. You can, as you can see, Van's navigation requires Van's rank 1. There we are, an exit, and architect. When you are in a workshop, every 5 in-game hours you are given a workshop ration, which is different from settler rations. Settler rations will not restore any food to you, but will give you loads of rats. That's what your settlers eat, and boo-hoo on them. However, this will give you a workshop ration, which will give you 16 water and 16 food. So if you are building, at least you've got something that will help offset what's going on. You can do all of this, this is how you can customize the architect building options. The settler outfits, I do have them enabled. I like that because what will happen is, if someone is assigned through Horizon to, say, a guard post, they will automatically have better equipment added to them. You can use supply lines as well. Where are we? Salvaging options. Salvage, auto loot, quality items. And if we could change that, quality and common items, ammo, and common items. Do you know, after all the time I've done that, salvage, auto loot, ammo and currency only. Oh, I see, yes, if you hit the item, it will just take it. Quality and common items, I'll look at those, yes. Look at that, I'm still learning stuff. Scrap equipment from containers doesn't work. Not that I've been able to see. Auto outfit enabled. Whoop. What I do use is that's very good to see how long you've been in the settlement for. Again, alright, power armor frame. This is your, if you get to the certain skill level, you can, oh no, there we are. Where is it? I want that enabled. There is a point in the game where you can actually get your settlers to scrap power armor frames for you. The barter key, so that's where you have on the right hand side just a quick barter. The transfer key as well. Uninstall architect, don't do that. Emergency fixes menu, never had to use it. And last but by no means least, nope, done. Forgive me, some of those, as you can tell, I never use. Some of them I use a lot. And I have to say, I very rarely use the follower menu. However, junk scrapping, field scrapping, utility crafting, medical crafting, and the skill menu, I use all the time. And we're now up to 15-16 minutes, so that's going to do. That's just one very simple thing in Horizon, and that's how you use it. So I hope that helps. Again, if you have enjoyed what you've seen, please consider leaving, clicking the like, maybe the comment, and even consider the subscribe button. They're all very graciously accepted. And a huge thank you to all who have watched, who've left likes, comments, and have subscribed. You are all amazing, and thank you all very, very much. It does make my day. Now, between now and the next vid, please take care, keep safe, and yeah, if you're not very well, I hope you feel better soon. Alright, all the best. Ta-da for now. Bye-bye. Bye.